You know what most runners get wrong about heart rate training? They think it's all about running slow. And yet, sure it is, but the truth is that that's only part of it. I've seen so many runners quit this method because of so many reasons. And I think the biggest one is they think that it's not working. Their pace gets slower, their watch frustrates them, and they start to think, this can't be right. I must be doing something wrong. But that's the moment you're actually on the edge of your biggest breakthrough when it comes to heart rate training. So let's break down the biggest mistakes runners make when training by heart rate. And the important thing, how to fix them so that way you can actually get faster, stronger, run longer, be more consistent, and lose weight. The first issue I would say is heart rate lag. And that means your heart rate doesn't react instantaneously. So when you speed up a hill, it can take like 10 to 30 seconds for your heart to kind of catch up to. That means if you're watching your heart rate obsessively, like I've done in the past, you'll be constantly chasing it. And what I mean by that is speeding up, slowing down, overcorrecting. Heart rate training works best when you are literally running steadily. I think on a long run, an aerobic base run, putting in those miles, the recovery runs, like not quick surges, not sprints, not 400-meter repeats on the tracks. So if heart rate training spikes a little late, that's normal. Don't freak out. Look, trust the process and maybe try a chest strap. They work really well. There are so many factors when it comes to heart rate training. So here's another one people tend to overlook or forget. And that is your heart rate doesn't just react to running. It reacts to literally everything. Stress, poor sleep, dehydration, heat, humidity, caffeine. They all push your heart rate higher. You could be running the same pace literally on 2 different days, and your heart rate might jump by like literally 10 beats. I know I experienced that. And just because you didn't sleep well could be another factor. Your boss could have yelled at you at work and you're not having a good day now, and you go for a run and you're all stressed. So don't assume higher heart rate always means worse fitness. Sometimes it just means your body is telling you it's tired, it's had, some stress on it, or maybe you're, living in a really hot, humid, climate, So what's the fix? Look, just track your runs with context, right? Note your sleep, your temperature, your recovery. Look, it all adds up. Have you ever noticed how your heart rate training climbs during a long run, or even if your pace doesn't change? Look, that's called cardiac drift, and it's normal. It's literally completely normal. It's okay. Your body is literally heating up, loses fluids, and your heart rate has to work a little bit harder to pump your blood through all of your veins, right? A slow rise in heart rate doesn't mean that your fitness is dropping. Doesn't mean that you are, falling apart, that you suck. It just means that you're human. So if you spend the whole run trying to keep it locked into your zone, you'll end up slowing literally down to a crawl. Now, if you want to run, that kind of sucks, but that's okay if you're in the base building phase. Just stay on top of your fluids, be consistent with your training, and the more that you run, the drift will start later and you'll be able to run faster and longer at the same heart rate. But if you're on uneven ground and there are lots of, ups and downs, allow a little drift. Heart rate is fine, right? 5-10 beats, totally normal, not to worry. Here's a huge one, wrong maximum heart rates. And look, if you're still using the 220 minus your age, I want you to literally stop. That formula can be off by 15, 20, 10, 15, even 30. And if your heart rate zones are off, your whole training plan is off. You'll either be training too hard or not hard enough. So what's the fix? Well, here's the thing. You're gonna have to test, to find out what your maximum heart rate is in the real world. Look, you could run a test up a hill, you could do a strong 5K, you could get on the track and try to get closer to your true number. Then your MAF zone or zone 2 pace will finally start to make sense. And then there's the hardest part, and that is the mental side. So when you first start heart rate training, your pace can literally feel painfully slow. I mean, like I could walk faster than I do run. That's how slow I'm talking. And that's when most people quit. But here's the thing, that slow running is the work your body needs to rebuild its aerobic engine, or just build your aerobic engine, depending if you're coming back from an injury or not, or you're starting off, or you've never worked on it. So I want you to stick with it, and you'll see it. Your heart rate drops, your pace picks up, and suddenly, honestly, you're running faster than you have ever ran in that same zone. It may take a number of months, but you'll get there. You just have to trust the process long enough to see it. So here's how you can fix your heart rate training. Get your true heart rate zones, track the context like sleep, heat, stress, caffeine, what you ate, and then use a chest strap or an armband. That's going to be great for accuracy. Focus on consistency and not just second by second improvements. It takes time. And once your base is strong enough, start mixing in those faster runs, strides, tempos, intervals to keep improving. Heart rate training isn't about running slow. It's about running smart. It's the method that'll let you run for years, not just months. It's like the fountain of youth, I've heard people say. And I have to believe in it because I've seen it work. So if you're frustrated right now, you're probably doing it right. Stick with it, trust your zones, and the speed and the distance will come. I feel like I've come a long way since I've started using heart rate training in all of my runs. It makes a difference to me. And, you know, it's taken me places, believe it or not, because when I run slow, I can really explore some really cool places. Like, where I am right now, I have never been before. This is absolutely new territory to me. And it's an okay area. And I think this area is primarily used, or is going to be used, for cross-country skiing. But this Kimberley Forest that I am in, I think they made it this year. Maybe they did. The signs look all new. The trails don't look, too worn. And I'm going to say it, and it sounds ridiculous. I'm lost. I'm lost again. I was making this video, and I started to take, walk in a bunch of turns, and then I ended up, and I don't know which way I go. Forgot how slow it is to grow a channel. I mean, I kind of lucked out, I think, when I started this running channel, because, that was like 5 years ago, and the world was kind of shutting down at the time. So people were looking for videos to watch. And I kind of caught that wave, I guess. But right now it's a little different, that's for sure. But again, the content I make on the other channel is a little different. And that's okay. This is a running channel. This is a fitness channel. This is a health channel. This is my diary of trying to get better as a human being by using fitness kind of channel. All right? That's what this channel is. It's maybe to motivate you to get out and run or do something different or whatever it is, right? Whatever that looks like to you. That's because I think there's a lot of trails here. I think I could go quite far, but the ground is very uneven. I'll tell you that. And I'm not wearing my trail shoes because I wasn't planning on going for a trail run. I thought I'd change up the scenery and I was going to go to a different town and go for a run before my day starts for work. Okay, I think I'm being tracked by an animal. Hey! Hey! Get back! Hey, bear! or whatever the heck you are. Get away. Get away. Hello, I'm human. You don't need to eat me. Turn around. Go. Go. Okay, I gotta get out of here. No idea what that was. Nice area though. Nice area. Okay. Signs of civilization maybe? Somewhere? I always do this to myself. Get lost. See, okay. This is what I mean. This trail is like, it looks like it's brand new, like cut out into, I have no idea. Okay, take a look at this. Like, this is like new, like this whole sign, like everything is like new. But those are the trails. And this is kind of where I am somewhere, I don't know where I am. I think I'm not too sure. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm here. How the heck did I get there? I thought I was here. Oh, okay, that explains why I got lost. I was on a totally different loop. I was on the Viking loop. I thought I was on the Spruce loop. Okay, that explains it. All right, and then you got all these other ones. So, Kimberley Forest. Nice to have some signs. At least I kind of have a general idea of where the heck I am now. All right, I guess we'll go, which way is the car? Anyways. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and maybe comment. And check out the other video I made where I show you how much your heart rate actually drops when you lose the weight. The results, they surprised me. They may just surprise you. So like I always say, get out and run. I'll see you on the next one. From me to you, now I have to figure out which one of these gets me back to the car, because I'm not too sure. Anyways, see you on the next one, guys. See you on the next one.